Gemini, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. And I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference to my channel. So the Lover card, the Two of Cups has come out for you, Gemini. So for some of you, you may have a week of love, but let's see what's going on. Get some more cards out. All right. Now, there could be an energy around you and someone. All right. And here we have the Death card sitting on top of it. So I'm wondering whether or not you are sitting on the fence as to what to do with the relationship that I think you're struggling with. All right. Now, this doesn't have to mean for everybody. I'm just, seeing that right now. You're kind of looking at your options, right? Because here we have all of these cups up here, and you're in a place right now where you don't know whether you should hang on to this connection or not. Now, in the recent past, we do have the Wheel of Fortune coming in reversed. So I feel as if, there has been a situation that is weighing heavy on you in this relationship, because here we have the Ten of Wands, and this is one of these energies that I don't know what to do. Do I keep going? Do I let it go? I mean, we've gone so far. I mean, do I just kind of hang in there? Intuitively, I think you are struggling with, what you really want to do, but your intuition is kind of telling you what you want to do, and I don't know whether I want to listen to that, right? Because here I do see that, this need for you to feel independent is also part of this equation. So maybe you are involved in a relationship where it just needs a little bit more independence. It needs a little bit more freedom between the two of you so that you can feel good about the situation. The fact that we have the Seven of Cups here at the base of what's going on, I think you've been struggling as to, what do I do? Do I hang on? Do I let go? Now, I mean, I really feel like a good conversation might be the solution to this. It's like, I want to hang on to this. I really love you. I don't really want this to come to an end, but, I can't feel so burdened and tied down. So here we have this Nine of Pentacles above you that's indicating I need to have a little bit more freedom and be able to do what it is that I want to do. Now, I think you guys have a good thing, all right? Because here we've got the Six of Cups coming up. I think the two of you have gone through an awful lot. There's history here. There's good history, I mean, I think the struggle is real, I don't want to say that it isn't, but at the same token, I feel as if, it's more about the need to find balance within this relationship so that you don't feel like you're carrying all the weight and that this relationship has kind of kept you from being able to do your thing. I mean, you're a Gemini. You like to talk and you like to be out there and socialize and do things. And, I think you need to have that freedom. And because this Wheel of Fortune has come up reversed in your recent past, it's almost as if, it's just like, I just want us to be happy again and I want to feel good. So I think there's potential here. I'm just feeling like you guys are really in a hump right now as trying to find, the balance between being together and being an individual. And, that goes along with so many people's relationships that it's not surprising that you feel this. It's normal, all right? We do have here the Ten of Cups coming in, and we have the Chariot. So I think you guys are moving to a good place. And I think, there is this growth that is happening. And call it growing pains, what you are going through. Whatever just recently happened that, has left you feeling, like, oh my gosh, what do we do now? Should we, should we continue? Should we end it? What should we do? Listen, the Death card is reversed. It doesn't want you to bring this to an end. It wants you to find a solution to this burden, this weight that you've been carrying. Let's put this to an end and get rid of all the baggage so that we can move on, which is what the Chariot is saying here. Now, I like the energies here for you, all right? Because I feel like the Chariot says go somewhere, this week. If you have an opportunity to get in the car and drive somewhere and see new vistas, and see things from a new perspective, then maybe that's exactly what you need to do. Get in the car and go somewhere and, try to revive, what it was that you guys used to have a good time with. If in the past you guys always used to go out and travel and now you haven't, maybe that's exactly what you need to do. If it's one of those things where, you need to get out and go on your own and be a little independent and kind of remember who you are, then do that. This death card wants you to work on your relationship. It does not want you to throw in the towel. It says that, before we just kind of give up, maybe what we need to do is push through. And that's what I feel you guys need to do, Gemini. I feel like you need to push through. And, I feel like the potential is there for you, to really find a good solution and a good outcome, to whatever it is that kind of took a turn in a direction that maybe threw you guys for a loop. Because, when we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Seven of Cups, it's like, oh my gosh, this happened and now what do we do? And here this Seven of Cups says, look, we got a lot of options here. We just got to ground into what we need to do next, all right? So I feel like rather than be so independent, in your thinking, it's really wanting you to kind of, talk about things and say, what do I really need in this relationship? What do you need in this relationship? What do we need together to make this relationship work and grow? So I do feel like there's a good outcome for you. There is a need for you guys, to take some action. All right. The Knight of Swords is all about taking action. And I think you need to take a little bit of action, and make it happen. So, yeah, I mean, the struggle of, independence versus being together, I think is really the crux of what's going on between the two of you. And you just need to find that balance. Now, I always encourage people to think of a relationship as two individual trees. You each have your own roots, but when we meet, our roots start to intermingle, and we kind of grow together. But when we come up in the world, we remain independent. I have my own tree trunk and you have your own tree trunk. And at the end of the day, the canopy of the leaves, this is your family, this is your friends, this is where we can intermingle. But, we need to remember that we are an independent individual. And you just don't want to be lost and you just don't want to lose your identity in a relationship, when all it needs is just a little bit of encouragement and a conversation. Honestly, I really feel like a good conversation, heart to heart, of, what I really need in this relationship versus what you need in this relationship, which I feel is independence. All right. That's what I got for you, Gemini. I hope this resonated with someone. If it did, great. And if it didn't, that's okay. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. And remember, it's just a week long, all right? So yeah, take the advice of that Chariot. Go somewhere. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Create new memories. That, I think, will be very helpful for the two of you. All right, Gemini, I'm going to end it here. Please take what works, leave what doesn't. Hit that like button. I'll see you later. Bye now.